A month has passed, and the two of them have been navigating Beast Ridge for over 30 days and nights. Vera still blindly searches the vast mountains, while Alan follows her in a mix of pain and joy. The pain comes from facing attacks by beasts that Alan has little chance of withstanding, yet he finds joy in Vera's increasingly gentle demeanor. Over the past days, Vera's attitude toward Alan has softened, treating him almost like a younger brother, with constant care and protection. Has it been over a month? Vera murmurs to herself, gazing at the clear blue sky from the treetop. Alan, lacking the skill to elevate himself with the wind, can only look up with envy as Vera effortlessly floats to the tree's peak. Alan, do you think Mason might already be dead? Vera asks as she lightly waves her hand, summoning a swirl of air around her before gracefully descending to the ground. I don't know, Alan replies, shaking his head, wondering why he has to risk his life with this woman in such a dangerous place to find this so-called Mason. Vera, have you noticed anything strange around us? Alan asks. Over time, he has become more attuned to sensing beasts' presence, often detecting them before Vera does, due to his connection with the wind element and his experience in Beast Ridge. Vera immediately dismisses her troubled expression, closing her eyes to focus. Unlike Alan, who senses the surroundings through the wind element, Vera uses both wind and earth elements. Though she can't detect as early as Alan, her search is accurate enough to pinpoint hidden creatures' locations with concentration. It seems like there are two people nearby, Vera says, opening her beautiful eyes and noticing Alan staring at her. Slightly puzzled, she asks, "What's wrong?" Caught off guard, Alan quickly averts his gaze, mumbling, "Oh, nothing. I was just curious about how you sense the elements." Soon after, two men emerge from the nearby forest. Both appear to be around 25, not looking like typical adventurers based on their attire. Alan observes the two. One has long hair and wears gleaming armor with a massive sword in hand, exuding a powerful presence. The other, in yellow short armor, wields a slender sword, likely a more agile warrior type. The men pause upon seeing Alan and Vera, surprised to find a young woman and a teenage boy in the E-tier zone of Beast Ridge. "Hello, I'm Teddy, and this is my brother Cody," the long-haired man says with a friendly smile. Despite their greeting, Vera remains indifferent, and Alan nods cautiously, saying little. He's no longer the naive village boy. He knows a smile doesn't necessarily mean goodwill. "Let's go," Vera says to Alan, uninterested in joining the pair. Alan agrees. There's no need for pleasantries in Beast Ridge, where danger not only comes from the beasts, but also from the malicious intentions of other humans. As they prepare to leave, Alan senses a familiar disturbance in the air, a sign of a powerful beast approaching. A loud roar echoes, as if stirring a fierce wind that shakes the forest. Weak animals flee in panic, causing a commotion all around. It might be a D-tier beast, Alan says with a wry smile. Though this area is mostly home to E-tier beasts, there are occasional D-tier beasts roaming here, which often lead to disaster for unsuspecting adventurers. A D-tier beast. The brothers seem surprised but also eager, drawing their swords in preparation for the approaching creature. "Don't worry, miss. Even if it's a powerful D-tier beast, we'll protect you," Teddy declares, positioning himself in front of Vera like a valiant knight. His brother Cody follows suit, holding his sword ready to shield Vera. Seeing their eager display, Alan can't help but smirk. Despite its strength, a D-tier beast is hardly a threat to Vera, a grand arcane mage. Alan decides to sit back and watch how these brothers handle the beast. The beast finally appears, a massive windwolf king. Alan recalls seeing a young windwolf once on his way from Hawk Village, but this towering windwolf king, at 3 meters tall with a massive head, could easily swallow a teenager like him in one bite. Howl! The windwolf king lets out a powerful roar, sending Teddy's hair flying and leaving him looking disheveled. "Teddy, this windwolf king doesn't look easy to handle," Cody says, wiping sweat from his brow. Both are first-tier advanced warriors, capable of handling a D-tier beast together. But this beast is no ordinary wolf. It's the leader of the windwolves, one of the mid-level D-tier beasts. Usually when a windwolf king appears, there are. Teddy's words trail off as the surroundings stir again. Sure enough, a pack of windwolves emerges from the shadows, their green eyes locked on the four humans. Amid the tense situation, Vera remains unfazed. F-tier beasts can't harm her, and even the D-tier Windwolf King poses little threat if she fights with full strength. However, concerned for Alan's safety, she mutters, "These two are truly unlucky." The brothers overhear her comment, coughing in embarrassment as they assure her, "Miss, don't worry, we won't let these filthy beasts harm you." Though they speak bravely, the reality is that handling the fierce Windwolf King alone would already be challenging for them, let alone ensuring the safety of Alan and Vera. Alan remains calm. If the brothers weren't here, Vera would struggle to protect him from both the D-tier beast and a pack of F-tier windwolves. But with them holding off the king, the rest of the wolves pose no real threat to him, especially with a grand arcane mage by his side. As long as no C-tier beast appears, Vera should be able to handle it. Why don't they have markings? With no immediate danger, Alan notices something strange. The Windwolves lack the markings he saw on the Windwolf cub back in Hawk Village, as well as on the blood beasts in the Meldal Mountains. Could it be that only beasts from the Meldal Mountains bear those marks? Recalling the mysterious symbols on the blood beasts' foreheads, Alan grows more puzzled. The howling of wolves pulls Alan from his thoughts. Though not overwhelmed, he can't ignore the wolves closing in on them, nearly covering the entire forest floor with their blue-green fur. The pack thickens, and Vera frowns, casting a glance at Alan. "Don't show off. Stay close to me." Alan's purpose in coming to Beast Ridge was to hone his skills, often fighting beasts without Vera's protection. Concerned for his safety, Vera warns him in advance. Alan knows now is no time to be reckless. As a second-tier junior arcane mage and third-tier junior warrior, he might manage one Windwolf, but against an entire pack, he'd be torn apart in moments. Knowing his limits, Alan nods and obediently stays by Vera's side. He watches intently as she casts arcane, hoping to learn something, though he notices her techniques differ from his own due to her pact with the deity, a factor she resents in Alan's arcane approach.